Hey everyone, Steve with Ramblin' Reflections here. If you're a short bed truck owner eyeing a Gen-Y Gooseneck Hitch for your fifth wheel, this video's for you. After 20,000 miles, I can tell you straight, this hitch right here, it is awesome. It delivers one of the smoothest towing experiences out there. Way less hassle than anything I've tried before. But there is a catch that nobody really warns you about with the short beds, and it caught me off guard in a big way during a trip to Indiana. So stick around because I fixed it easily, and I'd buy the Gen-Y again tomorrow, hands down, no question. If you're debating this setup, this could save you the same headaches as I have. Quick verdict after all those... Hang on a second. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the Gen-Y, I gotta stop the show for a huge milestone. Last week, we received our first hype on a video. Now, YouTube doesn't show us who gave us this, so I hope you're watching this week. I wanted to give you a massive shout out for showing us that kind of love. Seriously, it means the world to us knowing that these videos are helping you guys out there. So thank you so much for your support. You're an absolute rock star. All right, back to your regularly scheduled show. Quick verdict after all those miles. Would I still buy the Gen-Y Gooseneck? As I said before, absolutely yes, hands down. What makes it so great? Well, it's this patented Torsion-Flex technology. It's this articulated torsion suspension system built right into the coupler. Think of it like the torsion axles on your trailer. Heavy-duty rubber bars, 4 tubes around a square steel shaft absorbing shocks and isolating movement between the truck and the trailer. They bounce separately instead of slamming together. What does that mean? It means drastically reduced frame chatter, chucking and bucking. I did a tour of the factory right after I installed this system, and they had documented numbers from an independent source that showed 75% less vibration transfer from the road to the frame. You can see that video right here if you want to click on it. So there's no more constant rocking or jarring on the rough roads. This thing protects our cargo from harsh bumps, and they say it reduces tire wear. It's supposed to even help a tiny bit with fuel economy by letting everything glide instead of fight. I'll be honest though, I can't say I've noticed any difference there. But it is zero maintenance. No airbags to pump up or down, no inflate deflate routine every hookup. Just keep it clean. It's super easy to connect or disconnect with the snap latch, and it's built like a tank. It's 100% American made with heavy duty American steel. It's over engineered for serious towing. The ride feels more planted and stable, way more comfortable in long hauls, less fatigue for me and Rose. But for short bed trucks like mine, there's a clearance nuance that can sneak up on you if you're not prepared. So let's break it down. Now, short bed trucks like mine have a 6.5 foot bed. That doesn't give you much clearance from cab to trailer with a standard gooseneck ball, but I got mine out in some real life situations, and I could almost make a 90-degree turn without touching my cab corners. It was close, but I did miss every time. Since it didn't rub, I figured, well, that's plenty. In practice, it wasn't. During moderate turns, backing into sights, I was fine. But when the road angle shifted, like going from an incline to a flat, the trailer nose can swing in closer than you expect. It creates a pinching effect. Not a full jackknife, but enough to risk contact with the bed rails, the tailgate, or even the cab corner. I started with the standard setup, but the first thing I started experiencing when things went less than optimal were the bed rails of the truck starting to make contact with the overhang of the RV. Now, this isn't unique to just goosenecks. I have friends who haul with fifth wheel hitches who've experienced the same thing. But when it started happening to us, I went ahead and purchased an inch taller ball than the factory one I was using. I figured the extra height would keep me from making contact. But I still got too close on sharper maneuvers, and it would still make contact with the bed rails. But I pushed it aside thinking, well, I'll just watch what I'm doing. I'll be more careful. I don't ever want to be in that tight of a turn anyway. It's fine. Well, it was until it wasn't. So let's fast forward to the campground in Indiana. I made a wrong turn. I started down the street and it had a tree limb hanging over the road. Uh-oh, I thought, there's no way I can get under that. So I better back up. Well, I started backing up. It was a slight uphill approach backing. I'm backing carefully with a spotter. The trailer looks aligned. Everything is going good. Well, the camper levels out on flatter ground and I'm still coming up that uphill. The geometry shifted just enough and it created that pinch effect I mentioned earlier. The pinch, it shortens the distance between the front of the camper and the cab. And this isn't something I can see from inside the truck or through the backup camera. So I'm backing up and I initiate a turn, putting the camper right where my spotter's telling me to go. That's when I heard the scrape and then contact. Nothing catastrophic, but enough to dent the cab corner and scuff the trailer. Instant regret and my heart drops, all because that short bed clearance shift I didn't take serious enough. If this sounds familiar to you, or if you're about to pull the trigger on a Gen-Y or do any hauling with a short bed truck, pay attention to this fix. So what's the solution, you might ask? Well, the solution, it's super straightforward and easy. I wish I had done it from day one. I'm owning this, so hopefully you guys won't make the same mistakes I did. I originally installed the B&W turnover ball kit when I was preparing to buy our fifth wheel camper, and I am super glad I did. You see, the turnover ball, it comes with a square receiver rather than a round hole like a lot of other brands have, and it has a quick release bar in the wheel well. This makes it so easy to switch out the hitch balls. I finally switched to this B&W offset gooseneck ball. It moves the pivot point back 4 inches toward the tailgate. I'll put a link in the description. Grab this if you're hauling with a short bed or going Gen-Y. It drops right into the B&W turnover ball crossmember. If you have that, the square shank locks it in, no spinning nonsense. Probably less than a 2-minute swap. Now, sharp turns, backing maneuvers, angle changes, there has been no contact at all. Clearance has been transformed. The trailer sits a little further back, stress gone, night and day difference. It pairs perfectly with the Gen-Y's design too. I'm far enough back not to hit the cab corner, but still enough forward that I don't make contact with the tailgate. Even with the lessons learned, the Gen-Y is still my top choice by a long shot. It's better than airbags. There's no inflate or deflate hassles, no constant adjustments, less rocking overall. Head to head, Gen-Y feels more stable and absorbs bumps way better than the Andersen Ultimate Fifth Wheel Hitch that I used to haul with, because the torsion bars eat up that road shock before it hits the camper. There's no more trailer fighting the truck. Everything moves independently for that planted, glide-like feel. So if you saw my factory tour clips, you saw the heavy-duty construction. You saw the Torsion-Flex tech and the premium rubber and steel built right here in the USA. It's over-engineered in the best way possible. It helps reduce metal fatigue on your rig. It protects your contents from jolts and cuts down on the sway and vibration transfer for better control and safety. And in my book, this leads to less fatigue on long hauls. It's just a smoother ride overall. To me, it's worth it every single time. In my opinion, it edges out the Andersen style hitch on ride quality. I will still maintain that Andersen was easier to hook up. I could just look out the back window and see the top of the ball and back it right up underneath the coupler. But I use a camera on my toolbox for this now, and it has simplified the process quite a bit. It's been an adjustment, but nothing that took too long to overcome. Hey, if you're interested in seeing that camera, you can check that video right here. But here's the bottom line for short bed truck owners. If you're interested in a gooseneck setup, my suggestion is to definitely consider the Gen-Y. But go ahead and pair it with an offset ball right away. Don't wait like I did. If you haul with a long bed, no worries, you're good to go. But if you're comparing the Gen-Y versus the Andersen, like I said, for me, Gen-Y wins on the buttery smooth torsion ride and the no fuss setup. Guys, this episode is intended to be a real talk video, one I wish I had seen before buying. I hope it helps some of you out there in your decision making. If it does, how about giving us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Check out some more of our DIYs and RV mods and honest product reviews, and drop us a comment in the comment section below. Let us know, do you haul with a short bed or a long bed, or are you a Gen-Y fan? Do you have any clearance stories? Hey, you're going to see some of my playlist of my related Gen-Y videos at the end of this video, so make sure you check those out too. Thanks for watching, guys. Safe travels. We'll see you next week.